Oh, that's a good call.
Hang on. Pretend you don't see him. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him as the father of dragons. He's the reason why wolves howl. A giant round of applause for the man of the hour, Dana Snyder!
Wow! There's the flash, the thing we sing.
It's called showbiz.
All right. This is Lisa Corrao.
Hi.
What does he always call you? Lisa Corrao. Corrao.
No one can ever say the last
Lisa
name.
Carrabas.
You say it right, and then you
So I can
follow
read.
it up
Know
with
how
all
to read.
the...
Yeah. Say the minced pronunciations. Who is it over there?
That's a bunch of crap going on next door.
Whatever's over there, we just have to make more noise over here so they'll appreciate it.
Yeah, that's why they're doing that. They heard that intro and they're
Can everyone hear me? Back row, hand job guy? Okay, perfect. Notice they both only put one hand up. And it was the outside hands. The inside hands were untouched. All right. Ashley, is that you? Okay, thank God. Well, of course you put both your hands up. It's her hands I need. All right. Let me explain what's happening. Because everyone's so excited. How are you today, by the way? Day one, right? Fantastic, right? Okay. I collect records. LPs. Old time. Ashley, the old version of your CDs that you have, or your Blu-rays, whatever they are. So I put a little grouping together today, because I like good music, but I also like really bad stuff in a way that's interesting to me. And I have Lisa's my sounding board. She's the conscience of the room.
I am,
so,
okay.
Does this work? Did I ruin it? I shouldn't have dipped it in all that frosting earlier. All right, just to give you an idea what we're going to do. So the first thing up, I always start with a workout album. We're not going to listen to the whole album. We're going to listen to moments. So this guy...
Oh, wait, when you say albums, are you...
Let's whip it on! God, I'm
Whoa.
so sorry about that. Let's pretend that didn't...
Are you literally collecting the vinyl and then making them digital?
I have the vinyl, and then I do one of two things. I either digitize it, or sometimes then I'll it's rare that you can find them all digitally.
Yeah.
But now, there's, weird record collectors, we all share and stuff. All right, this is the first one. It's going to be that loud, though. I apologize. But it should be a little loud. It's fine if they're shocked. You know what I mean? Scott, right? Nailed it.
Scott.
Effing nailed it. Okay. And if you have an Aqua Teen question, you can ask in between or whatever you want to while you're here. Free air conditioning. Anyway, this album was a workout album. Oh, that's you. This album was a workout album. Do you need to take it?
No.
Oh. This album was a workout album that was made by Master Gunnery Sergeant Bill Dower, who was he was also a drill instructor. So he thought get all these pencil neck geeks, that this will really motivate them. And he uses this phrase, whip it on. Let's whip it on.
So wait.
But what he did was, the workout was over existing songs. The first one is, he plays Eye of the Tiger. And we're going to play some covers in here later that are very strange. I hope you'll find them all good.
So you bought this, where did you even find this?
I mean, you go to thrift stores. I go to thrift stores and record stores. You can find a lot of crazy shit in there.
And you found a workout vinyl album. Wow.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of workout albums.
Okay,
By the way, our friend Guy, tomorrow, I think, is doing a panel on workout videos. He's showing clips from Angela Lansbury's workout tape.
No.
Oh, yeah. He's also a weirdo. Anyway, all right, I'll just play this for a little minute. But he says, whip it on, and then there's a weird chorus of muscly army dudes who are answering back yes, Master Sergeant. But his use of the phrase whip it on should really take off. Okay, here it goes, Scott. Whip it on. Whoop, sorry, that was
Let's whip it on. And the way we're going to whip it on is with a group of exercises affectionately known as the Daily Seven. They are, number 1, side shell hops. Number 2, trunk benders. Number 3, toe touchers. Number 4,
here they come.
Reach. Number 5, trunk twisters. Number 6, bend and
just a weird group of men he brings in to scream in the back of his record.
Gonna start first with side straddle hops. Feet together, arms.
All right, that's enough of that.
Wait, so have you done this workout?
No, look at me. I've done no workout. I've done the Domino's pizza workout, which
Well,
is
you could bend and thrust.
wait for
when
the
you're
key to the
getting-
restroom at their establishment.
Whip it on the pizza.
Okay, I only have 2 more workout things. Any questions about that? Of course not. Horrible. It's not a bad thing.
I have so many questions.
So, you know, John F. Kennedy, our president, he did this physical fitness. Have you ever heard like the President's Commission on Physical Fitness?
Yeah.
He was the one who started it. And as a way to get the kids super excited, he had Meredith Willson write a song. Meredith Willson wrote all the songs for The Music Man. I apologize if this is not Aquatine enough for anyone. It's more education. And he wrote a song called Chicken Fat. Like all the fat on your body, you gotta be like chicken fat. But they had all these different people sing it. But the first person who sang it was Robert Preston, who was the star of The Music Man. And the gag was your teacher was supposed to play the record in your school every morning at the start of your school day when you're in elementary school. So all these little kids are just dancing around in this chicken fat. It's horrible.
Touchdown every morning.
We won't listen this long, I promise.
Now and then, give that chicken fat back to the chicken and don't be chicken again.
All right, big whoop, right? All right,
But
that's
chickens
out.
aren't fat.
But they have chicken fat, and everybody knows what schmaltz is. This is the last workout one. This is much better. This is Reverend Leslie Harris in the House of Fire. This was made in the 80s.
So this one wasn't played in school.
This next one was not. The chicken fat one was.
Chicken, that's our tax money at work.
That's right. Broadway Tony Award winner Meredith Willson.
Oh my
This one's
God.
way better. It's creepy if you actually listen to the lyrics. This was Leslie Harris in the House of Fire. He was trying to, you know, he was excited about religion because he's a reverend. And he wanted to get people into Jesus. And he's like, well, how can I help them connect with Jesus? I know. Everybody's into this new thing.
Whip it on.
This new exercise everybody's doing. I'm going to combine them. And they're just going to come in droves. But the lyrics are weird. Jesus came into his room. He goes, it's called Jogging for Jesus. The music and the singing are actually good in this one, though. Just listen to the lyrics, though. They're disturbing. And they don't rhyme.
Early one Sunday morning,
Pretty good.
when Jesus came into my room,
A little creepy.
woke me up saying, "We gonna have a run."
Now, that's the problem right there. So he came into the room, and then he was trying to rhyme room with the word run, which is not the worst rhyme we'll hear today, but the music's good and he sings good.
But how do you listen to this?
We lost him. What happened?
What?
Hates
Okay.
Jesus or hates running?
If
By the
this
speed
is
of him
a-
moving.
I'm just trying to understand this, because if this is a vinyl album,
Yes.
how do you jog while you play a vinyl album?
I think it was inspiring you to go out and jog and then
So
think
you
about
listen
Jesus.
to it and then you go out and run.
Yeah, you're like, you know what? Good point. I'm going to go for a jog.
Jump up out of my bed, put on my jogging shoes. My wife, she
I'll wait till the chorus. You got to hear the chorus at least.
what are we gonna do? And I told her, jogging for Jesus. Oh yes, I am now. I'll keep on running with the Lord.
Running with the Lord. And the other guy.
That's amazing.
Told her, jogging, he's up. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Jogging for Jesus.
After
Is this
this-
annoying to everyone that I'm not playing the whole song and stopping, moving on? I just got a lot of shit in here I want to play. What were you going to say? I'm
No,
sorry.
after this panel, I think that we should all jog out of here
Yeah.
for Jesus.
Anybody have a question? No, you cannot leave. Lock the doors. Security? All right, I got one or two. Do you want Princess Ramona or Wesley Willis? You know Wesley Willis, though.
Yeah. But I kind of want Princess Ramona.
All right, we'll stick with the. This is a good segue. This is another Jesus song. She's a woman from Canada. She dresses like a Native American. If the Native American was like in a 50s movie, so like sort of like if you went to like, hey, it's Indian land from the 50s, like a cartoon Indian, not like an actual Native American. But she loves the Lord, and the Lord inspired her to do something. Good part. The Spirit coursing through her. All right, enough of that garbage.
Wow.
But this segues to the next. Have we lost anyone? We haven't gained anyone, but there's a little more people in here. Mary Snyder. No relation. It's a CH, not a SNY. Mary Snyder is Australia's queen of yodeling. And she always wears big, crazy ball gowns.
Are you into yodeling?
There's a lot of yodeling albums. There's a lot. She has a bunch. These ones you can actually get on iTunes and stuff. Wow. She's selling this stuff now.
Who listens to yodeling besides you?
Mary Snyder and Princess Ramona, I think.
Fair enough.
You guys like yodeling who are walking in down the aisle? You like yodeling? Okay, good.
You're in the right place.
This is dedicated to you. This is pretty good. Yeah. If I do say so. Drink it in. It's like I shouldn't talk. This has never been played in a room this big in the entire history of this woman being alive. Gets better.
This should be the soundtrack of like a scene where someone's being murdered.
Yeah. Then just blood everywhere and rain splattered against the wall. And her in her big weird ball gown. It picks up right here. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah, it breaks down real hard.
You can't feel depressed about it. Or this would be like someone slowly walking and commit suicide. Like making the noose out of the electric cord. Like, oh, contrast. This lady's crazy, but she does sell out arenas all over the place. See, it's drawing them in like bees to honey. Here they go, like, wait a minute, is that Mary Snyder, Australia's queen of yodeling? It sure is.
They're flocking in.
Yeah, they're flocking in here. You can't get enough of this. Oh, now they left. All right. That's why they sat in the back. All right. It's enough of that. Wow. You want another yodeling one, or are you done with yodeling? More yodeling?
I can't believe people do this.
Oh, yeah.
Like for a living.
Okay, here's off a side note. This is not necessarily yodeling, but this is Leona Anderson, who's arguably the worst recorded singer in the world. She died a long time ago, but this guy, Tony, and what's his name? Tony I'll remember Yodeler? In a minute. Tony Yodel. She's not yodeling, but he made a whole album. He lived in Newark, and he made an entire album of her with a full orchestra because he was like, she's the greatest singer in the world because she's the worst singer in the world. She was this old warbly lady. She always wore like Minnie Pearl, big flowery hats. She loved music. She loved classical music. He had her. So this is a song. This is a real song, Habanera from Carmen. But then I'll play the song that he wrote for her called Rats in My Room, which is, Another one. All right.
Oh my God.
Here's-
Rats in my room?
Yes.
I mean, I need to know the story behind
Oh,
that.
we'll get. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Here she is singing Habanera. Off to a good start already. Just wait. Clinch up. It's gonna. The anticipation I can cut with a knife in this room. The tension is so thick in here. Okay, here it is.
She's like out of breath.
That's right. So it's just a little.
She sounds like she's carrying something heavy upstairs.
Yes, yes. Hey, could you move all these boxes into the library and also record an album while we're doing it? She kind of doesn't know what's going on a little bit. Let me find rats in my room. All right, let me find the rats. Now, this is in the category of people who made an album and thought they're good. You know, like some albums, the ones I don't like, I don't have interest. If people make an album, they're trying to be funny. You know what I mean? Like if it's on purpose,
Exactly.
it's not funny to me. I want to know someone that their spirit is true and real.
Legit,
They just
yeah.
happen to be really lousy.
Right.
Let me see this. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Rats in my room. No explanation necessary. So she had an apartment and there were rats in it.
God.
Same full orchestra though. We'll wait till the bridge. That's the good part.
Rats in my room. I am bothered by those rats in my room.
But she rolls the rats.
I would rather have some rats in my room.
She'd rather have gnats in her room.
Instead of all those awful rats in my room. Rats in my room.
This is a power. Just picturing this old woman surrounded by rats.
But why did she pick gnats? She could have said
Get
cats.
some cats in
She
my
wants
room.
cats in the room. Wait till the bridge. This is the best part.
Those rats in my room. Cheese, I love to taste some cheese. I could accomplish that with ease. Except my cupboard's always empty and bare because those dirty little rats have been here. I need those rats in my room.
All right. Now we're back to the start. You know what I mean? Scott, with me?
So her career at this point of writing Rats in My Room, it wasn't going as well as
She
had.
didn't write it. She
She
literally
didn't
was
write
a puppet for this guy who was a record producer. You remember this song, There's a New Sound? There's a new sound, the newest sound around. Everyone who listens to it squirms. The guy that wrote that saw this woman. He's like, you're the Justin Bieber to my, whoever the guy who discovered Justin Bieber was. Except he's like, I love crazy music and you're the craziest singer I've ever met. So we're going to make a no fortune together.
Okay.
But I am gonna get those rats out of your apartment. You promised to do that. All right, here's a totally insane guy named Buddy Max. He writes and sings all his old songs. There's 2 songs. I'm not gonna make you listen to both of them. Well, you are gonna listen to both of them, but not the whole way through. The first one, he wanted to do like a Christmas song. The lyrics, the singing is terrible. The music is passable. Like the band or the instrumental is okay. The lyrics are absolutely apeshit crazy. And then he goes into a weird scatting, but it's not really scatting, like boopity boopity boo, doopity doopity doo, boopity boopity boo, dooby dooby doob. This is his song Uncle Mistletoe. And he does rhyme more than once. Sorry guys. They hate Uncle Mistletoe. Believe it.
How could you leave before hearing Uncle
That's
Mistletoe?
right. Yeah, who wouldn't want to stay? All right, here's Uncle Mistletoe. Buddy Max is this guy's name. Not bad, not good. but so far fine.
Uncle Mistletoe, Uncle Mistletoe, how I love you so, Uncle Mistletoe.
Here's the
Raised by the tavern till you were 7, then you turned 11, now you're 27.
no.
Poopity poopity poop, dippity dippity doo, hilly hilly ho, Uncle Mistletoe.
All right. No one has to listen to more of
I
that.
feel like if you're gonna write Uncle Mistletoe,
Which even that makes no sense.
I feel like it's someone who got molested by their uncle.
Had to be. Yeah. On Christmas. Yes, on Christmas it happened. He said, "Hey, buddy, come over here." No, right under the mistletoe. You know, this is a special kind of mistletoe. It's a secret mistletoe. We don't tell
Zip.
anybody what happens under this mistletoe. It's all secret.
Oh my.
Okay, so I swear to God, we're not going to, I may fast forward a little bit. He talks a lot about the pretty Korean nurses. This is the same guy. This is his song titled The Birthmark Story. And the whole thing's like, so I was in Korea in the war, and every time I swam in the pool, everyone was talking to me about my big birthmark, which I ain't never seen. The army wouldn't pay for it. But there was Dr. Paik in Korea. He had a bunch of pretty Korean nurses. He took it off for me for $80. I'll let it go, and I'll try and fast forward to some of the weird. He's like, at one point in the song, after he had the birthmark removed, he's like, the doctor brought a tray over with this big Paula glop. It's the first time I ever seen my birthmark with my own eyes. Because he was like removed from his back, sitting in a tray in front of him. All right.
Ugh.
That unmistakable sound of the Buddy Max band.
I'm writing a letter to mother to tell her not to worry over me.
Fair
I'm
enough.
writing a letter to mother to tell her I'm okay, you see.
Just for the record, that part just sounded like a regular song.
Yes.
I'm writing a letter to my mom to tell her I'm fine. And then he goes into this just apeshit crazy birthmark story. So that part was just fine. Then you get this.
Camp Page, Korea, Sunday, October the 5th, 1975.
October the 5th.
Dear Mom, well, I guess I'll tell you all the death story of my ugly birthmark. When and how I got my birthmark off.
Ooh.
Well, it all started when the swimming pool here was open.
P.S. Like his mom's like, buddy, please tell me that story when you got your birthmark taken off. Before we say grace at Thanksgiving, tell us all. Spin us a tale.
Every time I went down there to get a good tan, everybody would look at my birthmark. So for a while, I let it go. It really didn't bother me that much. But I kept looking at it in the mirror, and I just got so fed up with it. So one day, while I was working out, I talked to a friend of mine
Working out.
who happened to be an army doctor. And so I asked him about cutting off something like a birthmark
Like a
on your
birthmark.
body. And he replied that the army wouldn't do nothing like that, and that it was against army policy to ever cut something like that off your body.
Wow.
Well,
This,
I had told myself,
I mean, does he think this is going to be like a top 40 hit?
This,
Coming in at number 2 on the Billboard charts, The Birthmark Story with Buddy Max.
honestly, it's my new favorite song.
I mean, it's 7 minutes and 50 seconds long. And it's about get a birthmark cut off in Korea. Holy
that there's no way of doing it.
It's not even a song, he's just talking over the music. Like, but there was no way they said it couldn't be done. They had a lot of pretty nurses, though.
And I had to live with it. And I convinced myself to just live with my birthmark. I said God put it on there, and so it'll stay there.
But then I decided
So I went for about a
I would
week.
defy God and have it removed.
What's that on your back? Until I got so tired of it. So I talked to a one Sergeant Joe, who told me he knows someone in Hangzhou.
This
that would
is
cut it off.
before they started diagnosing Asperger's.
Yes, right. I think it's before they decided diagnosing anything except birthmarks.
Right.
Yes, Mr. Max. Private Max, right this way. Hey! The great thing in the story would if you found out like it was only that big. Like, I'm picturing a humongous, like, his whole back.
Gotta
It's
be
like,
a big thing.
yeah. But it was just like that, like the size of your pinky nail.
I was
Wrote a whole song
picturing
about
like
it.
a parasitic twin.
Oh yeah, with the face on it.
face.
Buddy, we have to make music. Tell my story. Remember me, buddy.
He's playing the guitar.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little ukulele.
Yeah. Just one weird little finger coming out of the birthmark. Hey, sorry, brother, you gotta go. People are talking about us at the pool.
Joe is one of our Korean MPs that live here on post. And you know what? He sure can
Dropping
speak
out.
good English. So the next
By the way, did you catch that one?
How could you leave before you know what happened?
He's as unmusical as he is racist. He was like, he says something about like Corporal Joe, one of the Korean MP, and boy, he sure could speak good English. Thanks, buddy Max. You're living in Korea, asshole. Maybe you learn a little Korean. How about that? How about you say in Korean, please remove this hideous birthmark that's on my back?
until I got so tired of it.
So tired of
So
it.
I talked to a one Sergeant Joe, who told me.
Sorry, I also have the feeling that this was never written out. This was just like, no, I got the lyrics up here, guys. Just vamp. Nah, I've told this story 1,000,000 times.
Are you saying he's freestyling this?
I feel like it's got to be freestyle.
Wow.
If it's not, he's truly the worst performer ever. I'm giving him the benefit of doubt saying he's making it all up as he's going along.
Knows someone in Hongchong that would cut it off. Sergeant Joe is one of our Korean MPs that live here on post. And you know what? He sure can speak good English. So the next day, me and him went to the hospital. It didn't look like a hospital. And he and I talked to the doctor there. You know what? The doc knew real good English, too.
Oh,
The school.
2 people knew good English. Wow. They're rolling out the red carpet for Buddy Max. All right, I'll skip to the very end. I don't even know what he says at the end, but I know it's idiotic and should never have been recorded.
Didn't want him to put it back on. He then gave me an injection shot and pain pills, and I went home to Camp Page, where I went to work at 3 o'clock. The operation took...
That detail does not need to be told in that story. I went to back at work at 3 o'clock. All right.
I think it needed to be said.
We're done with this guy, right?
But how does it end?
All right. Oh no, I started over.
And was I dizzy? I looked and I saw about a sheet full of blood. Not that much, but there was a lot of rags with blood. Then he picked up something out of the pan. And guess what? That's the first time I seen my birthmark in person. Looking at me square in the face. And boy, was it ugly.
So
I asked him,
disturbing.
how many stitches did it take? And he said 21.
He knows every
Then I
detail.
went to his office, and he told me how much. But I really didn't care, just as long as it was over. It cost me 40,000 wons. And in American money, it would be $80.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't pleased with the price, but I sure didn't want him to put it back on. Pretty good looking nurse gave it to me.
Well, that's another one. Pretty good looking. All right, that's the end. I'll play the last set.
And you all know, and I told you all, I'd come back home different, didn't I? Love to all, your son Gail. P.S. You know what, Mom? Now I'm starting to worry about the scar on my back.
Oh, I got a new thing to gripe about. Take your pick.
That's going to be on the next album.
I'm writing a letter to Mother.
Such an asshole.
Not worry over me.
In a nurturing, caring way. All right.
And that birthmark went on to be Lionel Richie. That's how this ends.
All night long.
That's right.
He was the successful, the talented one in the family.
He was.
Okay, I'm going to go through this quick, because I know you all hate me. Most of all you. Bob Vito was a guy who was found dead after 2 weeks in his apartment of his body festering in Los Angeles, California. When they went in, one of his neighbors went in and he made his own albums, like a bunch of them. He'd go and record them, and he played all the instruments himself, which is going to be really shocking when you hear how good his music is. We're getting into the scat section. It's just a little, I don't mean scatological, I mean doobie doobie, doopy doop, doopity doopity doo. This was his song called Boo Ba Ba, I think he announces himself. Most of his songs like, this is Bob Vinyl with my new song, Bo Ba Ba. I don't know if he does it on this one, so if it doesn't happen, I apologize. But, okay. He's a nut. Oh, yeah. The thing is, he can play the piano a little bit, but then that shit he's spewing out on top of it makes no sense. Like, I just picture him nude running around his living room, like, but on the walls on the side, like, boo ba ba, boo ba ba, bee ba ba. And then he plays instrumental solos. Because the thing that he did, he recorded the piano first, and then he played that while he was recording the next thing, and then he would pick up the other ones. You know what I mean?
All of these are before the internet.
These are before, yes. They sound like they're before the invention of music.
Because I feel like all of these people would be YouTubers today.
This guy was your 1985 Angry Cat. If Angry Cat died alone at 85 years old under a pile of his own records. Like the Collier Brothers. Clarinet solo. And the speed, he doesn't have to do it this fast, but he does it this fast. Because he can't keep up with the speed of his own playing. Like what? Oh, well, that's somewhere. Ooh, we're getting minor all of a sudden. Oh, here's another instrument I can't play. The trumpet. All right, that's enough of him.
Wow. It did make it better that I was picturing him naked.
Yes. Nude with just like one of those old fuzzy terry cloth headbands on and wristbands, but nothing else.
To wipe away the sweat.
Yeah, there was some promotional. There were like Mountain Dew, some freebie he got at the travel show.
Because he's playing the music so fast, he's just sweating profusely. So
Yes.
he needs
Oh God, yeah. He's covered in sweat. So that guy, okay, that's another guy who thinks he's bad, who thinks he's good, but he's bad. Okay, so this is a different one. This is a different, hello, we're talking about our record collection and horrible music. Sorry, guys. Dragon Ball, no, Yu-Gi-Oh, no. What is it? What is it? What's the orange one? Dragon Balls, oh, okay. Good. Namaste. Thank you for your service to the Dragon Balls. So this was made by the American Standards Corporation. Do you know who they are? You see their name? You, buddy, I'm guessing you see their name at least 4 or 5 times a day. They make urinals and toilets and sinks. American Standard bathroom fixtures. They made a corporate album that they sent to all the people who sold their stuff. This song, I truly believe, is not just promoting beautiful products that the American Standards made for toilets and sinks and urinals, but also a woman descending into madness. Because she talks about, listen to it, she talks about looking in the mirror, making faces at my face. And this woman sounds like she probably has the worst life in the world, but she can rush into the bathroom and lock the door and then be in a beautiful safe space that she's created for herself.
Wow.
Which no doubt her like shag, lime green bath mat and things. She has a beautiful, there's nothing wrong with this except for lyrically it's a horror show. Not meaning they're bad, it's just the subject matter is disturbing.
My bathroom is a private kind of place. Very special kind of place. The only place where I can stay, making faces at my face.
That's effed up.
My bathroom.
I'm gonna let it go for a minute.
Bathroom.
Okay. No, I feel like
is my very
This is a song you write while you're taking a crap.
Yes.
where I print
Just
and
at the
fuss
beginning.
and groove,
Everyone I want.
where I can
It gets more disturbing.
away from all
Lost him on the sketch.
and really feel in bloom. I'm free, I'm free.
It's free in the bathroom.
I'm closed out the world, I'm free.
You see what she's saying? I go in to go to the bathroom, I lock the door, I don't have to deal with my horrible kids, I don't have to deal with my nagging mother-in-law, my disgusting, idiotic husband, our stupid neighbors. I take 4 to 5 hour long bathroom breaks.
My God.
She's free.
I'm free, I'm free. Now at last I can
Oh, God.
really be me.
Key change.
My
My toilet.
bath.
All right. She goes crazy then, spoiler. I realize we have a little bit of time. We got a lot to get through here. Here's an informative album made by this guy, Pat Morris, who was English. The album was called, does anyone here have diabetes? It's a question. People all
Is that the
around
name of
us
the album?
Yeah. This one's called We've Got Diabetes. So what? And this song is all about, we're exactly like you. He says, we're exactly like you. There's nothing against anybody with diabetes. We're exactly like you. We do everything exactly like you do. But then this song is the daily routine that he himself has for someone who has diabetes, which goes into like the urine, and then you urinate in the cup and you put the paper in. We're just like you. We all do all this stuff. Spoiler alert, it's also got a rockin' beat.
Oh, shit.
Get up and dance if you want to. Not so different. Then it goes in this weird list.
In the morning, never can stop yawning. Must go to the toilet, we have to test our way. Wondering again what the colour of the test will be. 5 drops of urine, 10 drops of water.
What?
They dropped the test tube, but then I went and called her. Wait 60 seconds, see the changes, then we will see.
What the hell's going on in this song?
If you're not sure the result's right.
2.5 minutes of that, by the way. Finally brushing our teeth, getting to the toilet. All right.
I feel
Now
like
here's
all of these songwriters on your whole playlist, all of them have been visited by Uncle Mistletoe.
I think they've all been touched by Uncle Mistletoe as an industry leader in the music. This is a crazy one, and I can't tell if this guy is singing about a gay lover that left him, or he's just writing a song that he thinks would like appeal to a woman.
Okay.
I literally can't tell. He bills himself as Martin Mechanic. He sounds like a 65-year-old dude from New York. The song is called Make Our Love Positive. But it's all like, why did you leave me? I miss you. You know, oh, that's the Wrestlers. That's what that is. Martin Mechanic. Self-recorded, by the way. In his studio apartment in Newark, New Jersey. That's what this is.
We were lovers in the summertime. Why did you leave me in the fall?
You understand what's happening here? He has a Casio keyboard that he's played the pre-programmed beat. The tape recorder's over here. Martin Mechanic is in the middle. Too soon? You hate Casio? All right, they're leaving. He had a little bit of a good time. No looking down. All right, we'll see you later. Maybe. Did we scare you off? Did I ruin it? That bathroom song reminded you guys gotta go to the bathroom. It's all right. It's good. All right. Oh, God. Why'd you leave me?
He says, make a love positive, positive, positive. Don't be negative. Don't.
It's just a
Oh
horror
my
show.
God. How dare he record that?
Yes. We're getting into scatting a little bit. I thought just as a nice exercise, I would play, these are actual, real professional musicians fooling around and doing fun little scat stuff. This is Clark Terry and Oscar Peterson. These guys are as professional musicians as they get. They're jazz greats. They did a little song they just called Mumbles. They were like, oh, let's just do it. Like, I'm just going to do some fun little stuff. We're just going to noodle around. This is only to show the good side of scatting. And these guys, and it's excellent. It's silly, but it's excellent. Because they're all, I mean, right there, you're like, oh, this shouldn't be in this room today for what? And the guy, Clark Terry, is just like goofing around. Like, it's silly, but there's still incredible musicianship there. That guy's on key. Yeah, it's great, right? That's a good one. Here's one. If anybody knows what this, who's the singing person, don't say it, but hold your hand up. This is a celebrity track.
Oh boy.
5627, take one.
That's not the guy. Also, these are all professional musicians. The vocal guy, can you tell who the vocal guy is? Oh. Quincy Jones and the band. Vocals by anyone? Nailed it, Bill Cosby.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Listen. This song's called Hickey Burr. You can hear it. It's him.
God.
The reason we played that, because they're like sort of scatting and goofing around, and there's this guy named Shooby Taylor, the human horn. He billed himself as the human horn. He would play air saxophone when he would go in and record. And he would record, he would go into the studio in New York, and how he would record is he would play just a regular album, and then he would scat over top of it. But he had, like, hands down, the world's most apeshit crazy style of scatting, because they're all words. It wasn't like the mumble guy, like, he said they're all words. They're more like Buddy Max, but before Buddy Max, this is his version of Stout-Hearted Men. He has the most warbly voice. It's cracking all the time. It's like, but it's like beautiful. And he uses the word poppy and poopy a lot. Here's his Stout-Hearted Men.
We shoes and saw, shoes and small, shoe claw, do raw, do saw.
Here comes.
Do raw.
Wait till he starts screaming. It's coming up. It's coming up. Now he's just showing off in this section. Here it comes. He starts screaming. doing a little English on this. Get a little. He screams in a minute. I'm only letting him play this song because then he just cuts out like he had a heart attack. We always joke to like the ambulance was called. The lady on the organ is just like, oh God, get him back up. We only got the studio for 15 minutes. All right, that's enough of that. This is crazy. Sebastian Cabot. You know who Sebastian Cabot is? He was the voice of the Panther in the Jungle Book, the old animated one. He also was I'm speed rounding this.
Yeah.
He was the butler in Family Affair. He's like a big fat English guy, but he did an album of Bob Dylan songs, but all spoken word. Sort of like the Shatner one. There's one of three. I don't know which is the one. Like a Rolling Stone, Blowing in the Wind, or It Ain't Me, Babe.
Oh my God, Blowing in the Wind.
Okay, he did it to emphasize how beautiful the words were of Bob Dylan.
Oh wow.
I think you picked the best one.
It's Bagheera, the Panther.
Yes, right. That's
How
right.
many roads must a man walk down before you can call him a man?
This falls into
Yes, and how many seas must a white dove sail?
like nothing's bad about it. He's a good actor. The music's good, but just the whole concept is off. Like it should never have been made.
No.
But for different reasons, why like Shooby Taylor should never have been made. Although both those reasons are why they absolutely should have been made. I'll just go through
He
the chord.
sleeps in the sand. Yes, and how many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned?
Fine, right?
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind.
Wow.
The answer is blowing in the
It's like
wind.
he's making love to us with his voice.
Yeah.
How many times?
All right, so that's
You
it.
could
We're in
go
the
to- you
we're in
could
the
go to
cover.
sleep to that.
We're in the cover section now.
Okay.
Yeah, you put that on at night, you go right to sleep. Elliot Pilram is from Sweden, and he's the world's worst Elvis impersonator. He's also a member of parliament there, but he's Sweden's best Elvis impersonator. He learns the songs phonetically. He does not speak English. He learns them from listening to the Elvis songs. So some of the words sound like the words are supposed to be, and some of them do not. He's like he's like 6'7", like balding blonde hair, like he looks as Swedish as you could, but he always wears an Elvis jumpsuit. Here's his song.
And he's the best in Sweden.
Probably. Although I feel like if anyone else even remotely tried, they would immediately dethrone him.
Yeah.
And he would no longer be Sweden's
Like we could
foremost.
go there right now and dethrone him.
Oh yeah, and I mean when you hear, and he's so off with the music. Like we're gonna hear Jailhouse Rock, but when you hear the Jailhouse Rock, let's rock it, you know, like that. But he's like, you show the her die, and the music's already going for the chorus, but he's like way behind with it. You'll see. You'll see. Oh, you'll all see. Just wait. He even comes in late.
All right. Starts out good.
Along to a party in the counter, yeah. The breeze of man was in and they began to wail. The band put the ampadoo and began to swing. You should have rose knocking out there about sing that rock.
Totally off.
Let's rock.
Totally off.
And it's rock.
Yeah.
By the house and Lord. Won't dance to the alehouse rock.
I mean, the beginning of that, I don't think he said. All he said was jail and swing. Like, we're listening to it again, but
This is amazing.
like, oh, he's got album.
Along to a party in the counter, yeah.
Okay,
The breeze of man was in and they began to wail.
fair.
The band put the ampadoo and began to swing.
Nope.
You should have rose knocking out there about sing that rock.
Nope, done.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Here's his other. This is his heartfelt one. In the ghetto. It's so wrong.
On the cold and gray Chicago morning at Pooley the
I also feel like every time he records, he has like 6 Ritz crackers in his mouth while he's also singing.
baby shark is a bone in the ghetto.
Still off with the music. It's so slow, and yet he's.
Mommy cry.
And it's mommy cry. encourage you to look up on your smartphones right now, because he does come up in pictures, and when you know what he looks like, it's even funny.
Wait, what's his name again?
Eilert, Eilert. Eilert. Pilarm. Some people found him. Oh, yes. Ooh, he's spreading like wildfire through the front.
Wait,
It's
Eilert.
Pilarm. And then when you listen to this beautiful, like each lip is like as thick as a bratwurst. Like I don't even know I can form sounds.
People don't understand.
Like what is he even saying? All right, now here's
He's
another
awesome.
misguided.
I feel like if we needed someone to play Uncle Mistletoe, it would be him.
He's the Uncle Mistletoe blocker. That's the guy you send in when Uncle Mistletoe's game is over. Oh, excuse me, Uncle Mistletoe. Have you met my friend Eilert?
Hello.
I mean,
Do you like a ritz?
Sorry, we lost it. They're dropping like flies.
No.
So here's another person who does music who shouldn't, but she's like bad, but then she got smart and hip to the jive, and she has like 20 albums. She's from Australia, but she was originally born in China. Her name is Wing. Has anybody heard of Wing? Oh yeah, Sam, you know, you did too. What's your name? Okay, Zach and Sam, and you did too. Beard guy right there, yeah. She has a lot of great ones. Look her up. She's just like Wing, if you do like Wing Sings or something. She's just like, a 50-year-old Chinese lady. She's made at least 10 albums. Maybe 15.
Wow.
Here's her, I find one of her most touching pieces, Man in the Mirror. Oh. She's gonna ruin this beautiful music in a second. Oh, yes. And we are listening this whole
like
thing
a
through the
Muppet.
chorus, so just...
It's gonna feel real good. Gonna
This
make
is-
us different.
This is the best she sings in this, by the way.
it sounds like Miss Piggy trying to do a racist impression of an Asian person.
Yes. You can have Wing to thank for that.
This wind is blowing my mind.
Just wait.
I see the kiss in the sky. With not enough to
This is the best she sings. It only goes downhill from here.
Pretending not to see their need. As somebody's regard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man show.
Yeah.
They follow each other on the window, 'cause they got nowhere to go.
Here it comes.
That's why I want you to know I'm starting with the man in the mirror,
Yeah!
asking him to turn his way. And now it's such a happy night in mirror.
Every dog in Raleigh is running towards this room right now. They don't know why.
Look at yourself and make a change. Na 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 na.
Oh, yeah, don't forget the na-na-nas. She forgot him a little bit, so oh shit, I gotta sing those na-na-na part. Anyway,
Wow. I love that.
yes. She has at least 15 albums.
Oh my God.
Which I'm not kidding, which she sells them on her website, Wing.
I'm gonna buy all of them.
I mean, they're pretty, I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty great.
Oh my God.
This is from her album Beat It, which the cover was just a picture of her holding a stick. And she's just in like, not even dressed up, like she's just like, yeah, I'm just like in a sleeveless t-shirt for my album cover, like, it does, I don't need to do it. My music speaks for itself.
Oh my God.
I'm playing this next song. This is Max Robb and the Palace Orchestra. Everybody know who he is? They're a German band from Germany. Now these guys, this is unlike some of this other stuff that's bad. These guys are insanely good musicians. He's an insanely good singer. They performed at Marilyn Manson's wedding. That's the band he wanted to play at their wedding when he married Dita Von Teese. Max Robb, they almost exclusively play music from the 20s and 30s. Until his friend was like, oh, well, you think you're so great, but you couldn't play any of this modern stuff. Like, you guys just play the old stuff. And he's like, well, I can play anything. I'll play anything you want. And he's like, so then he started playing, I'll play you his classic. So you could listen to Singing in the Rain or Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf, just to lay the groundwork of what I think I'll do Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf. This is like what these guys do. But this is great. If you like this music, these guys are incredible musicians. Like, now he's German, so he has a German accent, but this is good. I mean, whether you like that style of music or not, those guys are tight. Like, they are on top of their shit. So they're doing all this stuff, right? So then the guy says, like, yeah, but you can't play anything modern. So he makes a whole album. And then he ended up making 3 albums. Here's the one that put it over the top. Oh, I should say, he said, I'll do it, but I want to use an electronic beat on it. But it's still everybody else playing. This is certainly the best version of this song that was ever recorded.
Oops, I did it again.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's great.
I think I did it again.
It's
I
great.
made you believe we're more than just friends.
That sounds like the real
Oh,
song.
baby, it
Cool.
might
Yeah,
seem
it's
like
awesome.
a crap, but it doesn't mean that I'm serious. Forced to lose all my senses, that is just so typically me. Oh, baby, baby, oops.
All right, that's
I
Max
hope
Robb.
he's dressed like Britney in this.
Oh, yeah. I have a brief Beatles covers, real quick. So there's this guys, the Templeton Twins. They play modern music in 20s style, just like Max Robb, but these guys are like from the 70s. This is the happiest version of Hey Jude that's ever been recorded. These guys are good though, but it's like a little off. And they sing through megaphones. 20s style, like we do on the radio in the 20s. They do like, but these guys are all good musicians. This is not bad music. It may be not your style, but like these guys know how to play the things in their hands that they're blowing into.
Here are the Templeton Twins, greeting you with the musical salutation, Hey Jude.
It's like the peppy version of Hey Jude.
Hey Jude, don't make it bad.
Yeah, just like
Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let
they're great. Here's their other one. I know it's because we have to leave in a minute. Here's Light My Fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. But they're good. So the point of them playing these guys, there's another guys that in the 90s, they did a 50s, they did the same thing that these guys do, but they did 50s doo-wop version of newer songs. Like because they were doing it in the 90s, so they're like all these more modern. I'll let they get to Light My Fire. That's the good part. Their album was called, these guys, Trill It Like It Was.
And now the Templeton Twins, together with Teddy Turner and his Bunsen burners, heat things up with their version of Light My Fire.
You know that it would be untrue.
That little trill in there.
I would be alive. Oh, if I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire.
It's just like the sweetest version
Come
of it.
on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire.
All right, I'm rushing through these. Is that all right? Otherwise, we'll never get to hear them except tonight. Okay, so the guys who I said who did the 50s doo-wop, this is their version of Super Freak, but it's like 50s doo-wop version, like Donovan or one of those kind of guys. Every song's too slow that they do. Is that all right? Does anyone want me to skip this? Okay.
She's a very kinky girl. The kind you won't take home to mother. And she'll never let your spirits down.
But again, like these guys are actual, real good musicians. They just have like a silly sort of concept. But it's good.
Girl is pretty wild now.
The mashup is workable enough. They did a Kickstarter campaign a year or two ago and ended up doing a live tour like around the country.
Really?
Yeah. They're called Big Daddy.
Every time we meet, she's alright.
Yeah, that's good.
She's alright. She's a super freak.
Great. These guys were called Big Daddy. Yeah.
They're cool.
Okay, so Kathy Berberian wanted to expose people to opera because she herself was an opera singer. And in the 70s, she figured out, she thought she hit dynamite. She goes, I know how to get to kids. I'll expose them to opera through their love of the Beatles.
I need somebody, help, not just anybody, help, you know I need someone, help. When I was younger, so much younger than today.
Like, she's not bad. This is just an apeshit crazy thing to do. She spent money for
But
this.
now these days are gone, I'm not so selfish.
Oh, this is one of hers. I think this is a better one. She sang at the Met in New York. She's a real, honest to God opera singer. Disgracing herself by doing 3 albums like this.
I think I'm going to be sad. I think it's today.
Horrible.
The man that's driving me mad is going away. He's got a ticket to ride.
This is the last one, I promise.
He's got a ticket
You know
to
who Rolf Harris is? It's Australian.
He's got a ticket to ride.
He sang this song, Timey Kangaroo Down Sport. He plays a big piece of sheet metal. That's what this sound is. And this is like his most famous song.
There's an old Australian kangaroo down.
This song.
Timey kangaroo down.
Right?
Timey kangaroo
Have you heard this song before?
And take me koala.
All right.
Jack.
That's only here to illustrate because
koala back.
he really wanted to,
He lives somewhere out on the track.
again, connect
So
with
take
the
me
younger
koala
kids.
back.
So he did this. Still got that wobble board though. He decided to do this. Which, just for the record, here's the first song. Not to let us listen to warbles for 5 hours, but just listen how it starts.
There's an old Australian
You can't hear
stockman lot.
So that, oh yeah. Now there's the new one, to connect with the kids. Same damn song almost. But he's like, hey, I can sing the lyrics to that one, to this one, guys. I hit it.
There's an old Australian stockman, a rock band, trying.
Don't be funny, Rolf.
But dying. They get themselves up onto their collective elbows.
This is not the best version of this song, but it's up there.
Revert to their 60s instrumentation. And they try again.
Very bizarre.
There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold. And she's buying a stairway.
And he makes it a sing-along.
All together now. And she's buying a stairway to heaven.
It's
when
crazy.
she gets there, she
It's
knows
not terrible.
if those stores are all closed. With a word, she can get what she came for.
It's not terrible if we do know what the original song was.
What she came for.
But with that, we leave you. Someone very special is coming up
It
now.
makes me wonder.
The Room. What's
Yeah, no,
what's the
that's what
closing
I'm saying.
song? What's the final one? Or
Well-
do you have one to go out on?
No, that was it.
Oh, you should play Wing.
We're here for.
While
okay, we'll get.
while we thank everybody.
We'll play. You know what? I'm going to get I'll get the real Wing.
The real Wing.
Wing.
There was Paul McCartney's Wings.
Yes.
Wing.
Not to be confused with Wings. This is just Wing. Before Brian walks up here, here she is. Hopefully I got something Oh, these bastards.
Well, I'm glad you invited me to come do this.
Sorry, I wasted your time. I've wasted everyone's time. We're doing a panel tonight at 10:45. There'll be a bar. Maybe we'll play more of this, unless everyone rebels. Yeah, the Drunk on Disney panel. Please come. Thank you for coming. 10:45. Thank you, Lisa.